Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
It's Saturday. It's BOLO Day. What we do every Saturday is we look back over the prior week's worth of sales and pick out some of the best sales we had, some of the most interesting sales we had, some of the sales that we had that we feel you can find, and some of the sales that, from time to time, you shouldn't find. Yeah, so, true. Who knows what this may bring? Take it away, Mr. Magazine.
All right. Never seen these before in my life, but apparently my employee did, and he listed a couple he sold. To Kill a Mockingbird original 1963 lobby card, Gregory Peck. I sold two of these for $73 each.
And you were just mentioning to me before, we usually don't talk about these, but you were mentioning before that before the next live show, which you definitely should check out, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, you were going to make us a tequila Mockingbird, weren't you?
Sure. Sure. Yep. I forgot about it, but I can do that. Sure, no problem. Moving on. Football season's here. So is the Vikings. So are the Vikings because they just beat the 49ers.
Oh, yes, they did.
Justin Jefferson, rookie. It looks like it's a Panini Prism Silver autograph. I took $100 on this. I didn't pay. I paid probably $65, but you know what? I don't want to. This guy could get hurt at any time. I think he's hurt now even. So, who wants to sit on the money? I took the easy money and,
Now, are those numbered or they're not numbered?
This one's not numbered, but they have numbered ones. And this is not an on-card autograph. There's a little piece of, see that there?
Yeah.
It's a sticker. So an on-card one's probably worth double than that.
Oh, wow.
Numbered on-cards even worth more than that. So this is one of the cheaper signatures you're going to see of this rookie.
Now, nobody knows.
Yeah.
But what would the production run of that be? Are there I know they're not numbered, but are there 100 of those, 500 of those?
They have numbered cards go up to like 199 and 250, but so as far as signings, I don't know if they're all like that, but definitely more than 100. Right. It could be 1,000 of this one,
Right.
Especially it's a little sticker. They probably mail them to him. He signs 1,000, sends them back in.
Right.
And that's just one brand of card. There's dozens and dozens of other ones do the same thing. So he could have 100,000 signatures out there for a year. All right, next up, didn't know I had these. I don't know where I got these, but I sold them for $100. True Metrics blood glucose test strips, 100 count, lots of 6.
And that's nothing because you got to be careful sometimes depending on what you're selling. That's over the counter, must be.
Yeah, and I think we put these on Amazon, but we couldn't sell them there, so we sold them on eBay. And I don't know if there's an expiration.
Yeah. You listen to what the expiration dates are down below. Yep.
Cool. All right.
Very important to do that as well. Yeah, they're all over the place. I can see from other sellers. So yep. Yeah, that is one thing you need to be careful. If they're prescription items, you cannot sell them. I think the only exception to that is they'll let you sell like glasses, like collectible glasses, if they happen to have prescription lenses in them, right?
Yeah.
Because what are the odds that you're going to buy a pair of glasses that fit you're buying it because of the frame. You're going to get your own prescription in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right, next up here. Look Magazine, August 23rd, 1966. Robert Kennedy, JFK. I think because it went for $26, maybe because it's clean. It looks pretty clean condition-wise, but unless it's a better one that and I don't know about, but normally these are very common, $10, $12 maybe.
Well, see, and this is what we try to bring you out there because, again, you'll find these out there. People will have $1 a piece on Life and Look magazines. And generally, I don't wait for it. Here it comes. Look at the pile. However, I occasionally take a quick run through it, and this would be one of the magazines you definitely would want to pull out of it. Easy to remember too. Suppose God is Black, Red China. I mean, those are pretty, and the picture there of Kennedy. So that's a memorable cover there. So now when the guy's got the dollar pile of stuff, pick this one out.
I think I will, and I did. Wendy Shaw, American Dad, autographed 8x10 photo with COA. So I picked up thousands of celebrity photos, and it's funny that a lot of the cartoon shows are selling for good money. So The Voice or whoever does the voice of these characters. So we sold a bunch of them. Comes a certificate, about $42, not too shabby.
Now, is there a drawing of her signing that?
No, but there's a certificate right there.
Oh, I'd rather have a drawing of her signing it.
A drawing of a drawing, sure.
Like how sometimes people will present with a photograph of the person signing it?
Yeah.
with the cartoon cartridge. You have to have a drawing. Do you get that?
I do.
Because you wouldn't get a photo.
No, yeah, I got it.
Okay, just making sure.
All right. Now I think I traded you a partial set of this as well, so don't complain because it's so.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had some dupes. Maybe not 105 cards, maybe like 80. This is a 1950 Topps Freedoms War partial set of 105 cards, all different, including Eisenhower. I think that took 150 on this.
I don't remember you ever trading those to me. How long ago was that?
You don't know. Probably like a year ago.
Huh.
I definitely had duplicates of this. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, if you say so.
Yeah, because I know how you are.
It's
You'll find them someday in when you retire. In how long?
Well, I'm glad you asked. 20 weeks, 2 days.
Wow, getting close.
Every week, it's a little closer.
All right, and last for me, Jim Unbright. Is that it? Pirates rookie star, PSA
I'm
7.
not going to argue with you.
It's odd they didn't put the year. It's 1960, but it's a $10 card. Sad to say, it's a 7. You probably have this in your set already, so no harm, no foul there. But again, it's not always worth grading cards. I'll put it that way. This was a very nice condition 7. It was a rookie common, but still, you're looking at $10. It's kind of sad.
And what did the grading run on that?
Oh, probably 20. So, but I think I bought it from someone that got it graded, but still, if you had to buy that card as a common in that condition, you might pay $5 to $10, or 10 slabbed as a 7. So, you just got to be shrewd when you're getting stuff graded. Grade what you think is going to be worth more money, not Jim Unbright.
Well, I'm sure whoever sent that in thought it would be a 9.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. They don't look much different, 7s, 8s, and 9s. So, very true. And there could be a big difference. An 8 could be worth 50, and a 9 could be worth 300.
Right. Yep. So they took a chance and they lost. That's what it comes down to. My first item today: London, Ohio prison farm varieties of 1940 inmate program. I originally saw this at the Springfield show, and you'll see it in the haul video. If you haven't checked that out yet, definitely do so. Picked this up, and I originally thought, with it being 1940 London, I was thinking it was England. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, after doing a little bit of research on it, that London, Ohio actually had a prison farm into the early 2000s.
Wow.
And apparently they had the inmates put on a show for the guards, I would think, and the other inmates. And how many of these possibly could have existed?
One.
Made it through all these years, not too many of them, and I'm getting $32 out of it. I paid $1 on it, so I'm happy with that. Probably if I put $42 on it, I probably would have gotten $42 just because it's probably that uncommon. But I was happy to get $32 out of that. So sometimes when you see something like this, you just never know what it might be. Up next, Godzilla, Rulers of Earth 17, original comic art, page 15. $124. I ended up getting this over at Heritage. I think I paid about 20 or 15 to $20 on it, something like that, plus the $29 buyer's fee.
Nice.
So I had under $50 into it. Ended up getting a bid for $124. A little tip here: where would you list this at, Mr. Magazine? Given that I asked you.
Before I get into that, we were just talking about Godzilla today. Weren't you talking about Godzilla and a family member of mine?
Yes, I do. One of your family members has shorter arms, so wanted to mention that at some point, but that's a whole other story.
I mean, you could have said T-Rex, but I get it, Godzilla. So where would I list this? Is there like a monster sci-fi area?
Yep. I did not list it in comic art.
Okay.
I listed it in the monster sci-fi Godzilla.
What if you did double listed? Not worth it?
Probably not worth it just because of the fees, and it might have,
not sold, and you got to pay.
Then you got to pay every month.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so sometimes stick outside the box on things, and again, do not listen in the comic art, something like this. It's a comic collector might want it. Mm-hmm. It's more likely a Godzilla collector is going to want it.
Exactly. What year is that from? Any idea?
I believe I said down below, and I did not say.
Okay.
Fairly
80s, 90s, maybe?
2000s, I believe. Okay, yeah. It's a newer one. Yep.
Still cool.
Yep. Up next, The Wizard of Oz program, Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera, 1949, Johnny Downs. $46 with 3 bids on it. I put it up at $32, ended up going for $46. Wizard of Oz stuff always sells, and I picked this up in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You will see it in the haul video. I usually am pretty good at highlighting stuff in the haul videos that are going to sell, so you got to give me that. I do know what sells.
I can't believe Pippi Longstockings was in Wizard of Oz.
It's very well. That's the reason why it was rare.
Yeah.
They mislabeled the program.
Crazy.
But yeah, $46 for something rather like this. And obviously a Wizard of Oz collector is not going to have it unless they were in the Pittsburgh area. So that's probably why it went for that. Up next, Winters and Profit Canning Company. That's where I get all of my cans from. Mount Morris, New York. A booklet, 1911, Recipes, Vegetables. I'd never heard of this place at all. It's fairly nice shape. But to get $64 out of this, I know I paid a couple of dollars for it. It's got nice graphics in it, too, and that's one of the things. Oh, they did canning. That's right. Maybe that's why it says Canning Company.
Makes sense.
But there's all of the various things they did along with the canned foods that they did and all that. So great graphics in it. Great booklet right over there.
I'm craving tomato soup now.
Plus a picture of the factory as well. But you never know. You find something rather like this. You can get $64 out of it. I know I paid under $5 for it. So
Nice.
sometimes you can get something nice out there. I just couldn't go through the year without being the world's largest Win magazine seller. And we sell yet another Win magazine. Now, one sold, last one. There's one left on this. So if you want this, you better get it. We are almost out of this magazine right over here. A long-time buyers or watchers of the channel know why I bring this up. Long story short, I bought a whole bunch of them and basically cornered the market on Win magazines. And every once in a while, one does sell. So nothing wrong with doing that.
In the immortal words of DJ Khaled, all you do is win.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I Was a Drug Addict by Leroy Street. David Loth, 1954 Pyramid Books. Ended up taking a $115 offer on it. I didn't make a lot on it, but I made a little bit on it. I paid $50 over at Heritage for it. Got it up there, and it's probably about $125 to $135 book. But again, I took $115 on it. Moved it, made a few bucks. That's one thing, one insider tip. I'll buy things like this over at Heritage. This was in the comic auction.
Jeez.
So we've done the haul videos before from the bottle show where I find paper. A lot of times when you go to something or other that's a little outside the norm of what you would expect, that's where you can end up getting the best buys. Are you going to get a really good comic book cheap at a comic book auction? Maybe. If they've got a lot of comic books and something slips through the cracks or people spend all their money and then there's lotting stuff out at the end. Yeah, you can, but you got to know what you're doing.
Right.
But you go to some household auction that basically has a lot of glassware and they got a pile of comics in the corner. You're going to end up getting those comics probably fairly cheaply because everybody else there is there for the glassware. Nobody really goes to the Heritage comic auctions looking for books. is really what it comes down to. So I was able to make a few dollars off of this as well. But go outside of where you would necessarily think you're going to see the stuff, and you'd be surprised. Sometimes you can do well on it shopping outside the norm. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. We will see you next video. If you could hit the like button, we would really appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye.